Have you ever wondered how the nutrients from the food you eat reach the different parts of your body? Your body receives the nutrients and substances it needs via the circulatory system, the body's transport system. It is composed of the heart, the blood vessels, and blood. For that reason, it is also called the cardiovascular system. Cardio refers to heart and vascular refers to a channel or passage through which blood passes. The circulatory system is responsible for distributing nutrients, oxygen, and other essential substances to all parts of the body. It also removes carbon dioxide and other waste materials from the different parts of the body. The waste materials are then eliminated from the body through excretory organs. The heart. The heart is a hollow muscular organ located in the chest between the lungs. It is about the size of a clenched fist. It pumps blood to the different parts of the body. During an average person's life, the heart beats at least 2,400 million times and pumps more than 500 million liters of blood. The heart is enclosed in a protective sac called the pericardium that enables the heart to smoothly contract and relax. Inside, the heart has 4 chambers. The 2 upper chambers are called atria, singular atrium, and the 2 lower chambers are called the ventricles. These chambers act as reservoirs for blood that enters the heart. The atria receive blood while the ventricles pump blood out of the heart. Valves are flaps of muscles found between the chambers. They prevent the backflow of blood and ensure that the blood flows only in one direction. The tricuspid valve is between the right atrium and right ventricle, while the bicuspid or mitral valve is between the left atrium and left ventricle. Through these valves, blood can pass freely from the atria to the ventricles, but cannot flow back to the atria. 2 other valves control the flow of blood out of the heart. The pulmonary valve lets blood be pumped from the heart to the lungs. The aortic valve allows blood to be pumped from the heart to the rest of the body. The blood vessels. Clench your fists tightly. Do you see the blue-green lines under your skin? These are the blood vessels. Blood vessels are tubes that serve as passageways for blood to reach the different parts of the body. There are 3 kinds of blood vessels: the arteries, the veins, and the capillaries. The arteries carry blood away from the heart. All arteries deliver oxygen-rich blood to all body parts, except for the pulmonary artery, which carries oxygen-poor blood to the lungs. Arteries have thick, tough walls that enable them to withstand increased blood pressure. The smallest arteries are called arterioles, and they are thinner than a strand of thread. Veins bring blood from the different parts of the body back to the heart. The blood carried by veins contains carbon dioxide and other wastes, except for the pulmonary vein, which carries oxygen-rich blood from the lungs to the heart. The walls of the veins are thinner and less elastic than arteries. The smallest veins are called venules. The smallest blood vessels are the capillaries, which connect the arterioles and venules. They have very thin walls that allow the exchange of materials from blood to the body parts and vice versa. Oxygen and nutrients are transported from the blood to the body parts, while carbon dioxide and wastes leave the body parts and enter the blood. The blood. The blood delivers vital nutrients and oxygen to different parts of the body. The blood also carries away waste products like carbon dioxide and excess water for excretion. It also has white blood cells that protect the body from diseases and infection. It helps control the body temperature by cooling active parts and muscles such as the heart, and warming the less active parts like the toes. It transports hormones and other substances needed for stimulating body processes. The blood has 2 parts, the liquid and the solid part. The solid part consists of blood cells and platelets, while the liquid part consists of plasma. About 45% of the total volume of the blood composes the solid part, and 55% is the liquid part, which makes the blood flow. Plasma is the liquid part of the blood, which is straw yellow in color. It is made up of 90% water, and the remaining 10% includes proteins, nutrients, wastes, hormones, and dissolved electrolytes. It also has substances produced by white blood cells to defend the body against disease-causing microorganisms. The solid part of the blood consists of red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. These materials are suspended in the plasma. Each type of blood cell has a particular job to do. Red blood cells, or RBCs, are produced in the red marrow of the bone. They are also called erythrocytes. Their function is to carry oxygen from the lungs and transport it to the body parts and remove carbon dioxide and other wastes. It contains hemoglobin, a substance which is rich in iron and gives the blood a red color when it combines with oxygen. White blood cells, or WBCs, are sometimes referred to as leukocytes. They are generally bigger than red blood cells but are fewer in number. There is about 1 white blood cell for every 500 red blood cells. They are said to be the soldiers of the body because they protect and defend the body against diseases and infection. WBCs are also produced inside the bone marrow. In the presence of an infection or injury, the bone marrow increases the production of white blood cells. Platelets, or thrombocytes, are fragments that are relatively smaller and are irregular in shape. They play an important role in blood clotting. When some blood tissues are damaged due to a wound or cut, the platelets help form blood clots to prevent the loss of blood and close up wounds. Lack of platelets in the blood can cause excessive bleeding. The paths of circulation. How does blood circulate throughout the body? The blood that leaves the heart is rich in oxygen. This oxygenated blood passes through the aorta and travels throughout the body via the arteries to the capillaries. In the capillaries, exchange of nutrients and gases occur. Oxygen is absorbed by the body parts while carbon dioxide is released into the blood. The deoxygenated blood then travels through the veins and enters the right side of the heart. The deoxygenated blood flows from the right side of the heart to go to the lungs. There, another exchange of gases happens as oxygen is received by the blood and carbon dioxide is released. The oxygenated blood then returns to the left side of the heart. The blood then leaves the heart to travel to the different parts of the body happens once more.